Hello, Ms. Rochelle. All right. Probably just want to do a light little stretch warm up, not too much. We're not going to be worried about kicking high or anything like that. It's not going to be very strenuous. We're just going to work on techniques and so forth. So I'll give you 2 minutes to kind of loosen up, warm up a little bit. Okay. And then we will get started. Work on some self-defense stuff. Not yet. Practice some more. 사장 up to Tibet. No, actually, you're Ojang. You're Ojang up to Tibet. Okay, another minute. So girls, it's gonna be a little tricky for you guys. You're gonna have to kind of visualize a little bit, all right? So what you'll do is I'll show you the technique. I'm gonna use Isaiah as my guinea pig to kind of work through it. And then basically what I'll do is I will kind of visualize I'm the person grabbing at you, and then you'll do the movement, all right? So you don't need to be too far away. So you just want to be in a good spot where you can kind of see, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get started with the basic handshake. All right. So the basic handshake, we usually do like 3 different types of movements. Okay. So the way we do this is with, if it's a right hand attacking, right? Right hand's grabbing your right hand, right? You've got 3 ways to step. Okay. So the first way, when they grab with the right hand, right? So Isaiah's grabbing me. He's the bad guy, right? So I'm going to step to my left, okay? Or excuse me, I'm going to step to my right with my left leg. So a lot of times from here, what we're going to do is, first thing we want to do is we want to secure the hand. Okay, so secure the hand, 1, right? And then I'm going to step to my right this way. And what I'm doing now from here is I'm going to, with his hand, I'm going to turn so that my palm is down and his palm is up. And what that does is it exposes his elbow. Okay. So from here, when I make my step here, I'm turning up so that the elbow is this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that elbow down on my shoulder. Now be careful, don't hurt mom, Ms. Rochelle. All right. So 1, yep, and then 2. So you want to make sure though that the elbow is at the shoulder. All right. So their elbow should be by your shoulder. So right there, yep, that part right there. Because then from there, right, when you're up here like this and you got both hands, you're going to pull down, right, and you're going to dislocate the elbow. All right. Okay. So the key here is to make sure, right, we want to pop that elbow, because if we can pop that elbow, right, that buys you time to escape, right? Because, right, number 1 rule of self-defense is to escape. So in this situation, I can't get away, right? I can't get away. So it's easy for me to just secure the hand, step, and then boom, pop the elbow. Boom. Okay? So that's the first one, right? Now the second one, we're going to step the opposite way. So this time we're going to step across, right? So this time, instead of stepping to with my left leg to my right, I'm going to step across with my right leg to the left. All right. So once again, I'm going to secure the hand first. All right. So I'll secure the hand. I'm going to step across. And basically, I'm going to show you from here. So I'm going to go this way. And you notice I'm going straight to the side. I'm not going toward him. Okay? I'm going to come straight to the side here. And when I do that, I'm going to swing the arms up over my head and then come down this way. So now I'm going to be facing directly to the back. Boom. Yep. And then, so once you get to that point there, right, and you come down, basically what's happening here is when you go into that front stance, you see how he comes low. And then now I've got a front kick or a knee strike. Okay. Now, what a lot of people like to do is when they turn it here like this, they let go with the one hand, and then they try to put it on the elbow. All right. I discourage you from doing that. And the reason for that is because here, you're stronger holding on with two hands than holding on with one hand. Okay. So when you get all the way up and around here, you're holding with both hands, and you're gonna basically pull straight down. So one, don't pull towards you, but pull straight down. And then that way they go down this way. Does that make sense? One. Yep. Yeah. The lower we can get their head, the lower we have to kick. We don't have to kick way up here, right? We just have to kick low. Okay, Mr. Bina, you had a question. You have to unmute.
So if you want to be stronger when you're just not, if you're holding on with both, you're trying to get away, right? So wouldn't you want to be less trying to keep it together?
Well, you have to do something to get away, because guess what, right? If you don't do anything, they've got a hold of you. Right, that's the thing, right? Handshake, right? Hey, come with me. Come with me. You see what I'm saying? So we have to counterattack here. We have to, right, get something to get him to let go. So I come underneath, boom, this way, you see? And then kick him. Now he's not gonna hurt me, right? I've hurt him. Now I can escape. Okay. All right, so that's the second one, right? So the first one, we stepped with the left leg across our body. Second one, we stepped to the right. And we stepped across this way and turned, right? Okay? So now the third one. The third one, right, is an arm lock, is basically what it is. Okay? So what you're going to do is, you're going to secure the hand like you did, like we've always done. And then we're going to step across once again with that left leg like we did with the first one. Okay? And so now when you do this, this one's a little bit tricky. So once I step across and I get, instead of coming halfway and coming down the shoulder, I'm going to come all the way over my head, and then I'm going to step behind and get his arm trapped here. So as you can see here, basically, I've got his arm pinned by his ear. Okay? So the goal is to get the arm pinned by the ear. Okay, hold on. So this gets a little tricky. So first movement, you're going to step across like you did the first for this elbow break one. So once you step there, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the arm over your head. You're going to pivot your feet, and then you're going to step toward the back corner of your room. And that's what locks the hand by the ear. You see? Okay? And you're in a front stance. So from here, I'm in a front stance, because then from here, I can push, and then he's going to fall back. Right? So all I'm going to do in real life there is I would just basically yank them to the ground and make them drop. And then once they hit the ground, right, stomp on their stomach, stomp on their groin, stomp on their knee, and then run, right? Right? So this one's a little tricky because, right, we don't want to pull down because we don't want to dislocate the elbow. We're going to twist the elbow. So 1, around, and then step 2. But you're moving that left leg. You move it across, and then you move it to the back corner. And when you're here, when you have the arm pinned, you're going to notice my shoulder is going to be like right up against his shoulder in a front stance position. That way, think about like, trying to throw someone over like this, right? It's the same motion. I'm just going to kind of chop down. Your left leg should be forward, though, Miss Vershali. You didn't do the additional step. Yeah. Try that again. It's a little tricky. So step across, and then move that left leg again behind mom. There you go, see? And that's the driving force, because once you get the arm pinned here like this, you have all the control. Right? Okay, Sabina, you need to be facing the camera, please, when you do this. Okay? Face the camera. So now, right, I grab, you're going to step, right, with your left leg across. 1, put the arm over your head, and then move the left leg toward this side, toward this way. Yes. Right, and now my arm's here. And then you can force me to the ground. Okay, try it again. All right, so I'm grabbing. You're going to step with the left leg, turn my hand up, right? And then swing the arm up over your head, right? And you have to step again. Okay, Sabina, watch. Okay, I grab the hand. I'm going to step to the left. 1. I'm going to bring the arm up over my head. I'm not moving my feet, you see? I'm not moving my feet. Then I'm going to move my right or my left foot toward the back of my room, or you're going to go toward the side. Okay? So you're going to go toward the left side of your computer. Okay? So watch. I go to the right side of the computer. I swing the hands up over my head, and I go to the left side of the computer. Okay? So get your footwork down. I want you to practice those 3, Miss Sabina, for a little bit. Okay, Miss Rochelle, you good with those 3? Awesome. Good. All right, did you try the left side by chance? Left hand versus left hand. So left hand versus left hand, everything is the reverse, right? So the first 2, or the first one, right leg now steps across, right? And break, yep, and then you'll break over the right elbow or right shoulder. Boom, pop the elbow, yep. Okay, and then the second one, left foot steps across, arms up over, left leg kicks. Your other left leg. Okay, so when you step across, right? Remember, we want to step across with our left leg. Step straight across. Boom, there you go. Nope, don't move your right leg, though. Yeah, so once you step across, remember, you're just going to step across and then just kind of yank down, right? Yeah, you moved your right leg again. Your right foot is a pivot. So move the left leg and turn, yank down. There you go. Yep. So when you yank down, Ms. Rochelle, so from a side view, when I do this, okay, I'm going to come over 1 straight to the side, and then I'm going to yank down. And then that way I get a straight on front kick. There you go. Good. Yep. Yeah. So the deeper front stance you can get into, the lower you can get them by yanking straight down. Once again, don't try to pull them to here, and then don't do this either, right? Because then you might lose your balance. Just yank straight down, and then boom, kick. All right, Miss Sabina, let me see the first one. Miss Sabina, you're paying attention to me. All right, let me see the first one. I'm grabbing you. Okay. Make sure, right? You got to make sure that I'm grabbing you, right? You have to turn your palm down, right? When you turn your palm down, my palm goes up, right? As you step, you got to turn. All right? So step and lift, lift, lift and pull down, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Make sure you lift up and then pull down. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Okay, so second one. Sabina, right? Which way are we stepping now? Nope. Remember, you want to step across with the other leg, with the right leg across. One, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Miss Sabina. All right, we just went through these. All right, let's go. Do it again. Okay, how come you step toward me? Remember I told you, when you step straight across. Right? Isaiah, come here. Okay, see? Isaiah's my attacker. I'm going to step this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, Ms. Rochelle, you okay with the left and right side footwork is good? Okay, good. Okay. All right, Ms. Sabina, I want you to work on those for just a little bit, okay? Work those a couple more times. All right, so Ms. Rochelle, let's go ahead and let's do, let's imagine the chokehold, frontside choke, okay? So typically when individuals grab a choke, the thumb is going into the throat, right? Because they're trying to close off the windpipe, okay? So it's important. So usually when they grab, they're going to grab like this, and then the thumb kind of starts pressing into the soft spot to kind of get you to choke, right? So when that happens, we need to relieve the pressure with the thumbs, right? So we need to get the thumbs and the hands moving down. So the way we do that is we step back, striking hand on the top, whichever hand you want to strike with. All right. So you come down and then knife hand chop to the carotid artery, basically. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure when you drop down, what this does is from that choke position, it drops the hands so that you're not getting that pressure on your throat anymore. Yep. Boom. And because the elbows bend from here, the elbows bend, they get in real close. So you can get a good hard shot into that carotid artery, and then basically you disorient them. Right there, yep. So that carotid artery, what we're trying to get to is right along here. This is where we want to hit. Okay. All right. Now, some males, they have an Adam's apple, a really big Adam's apple, right? So you can also go straight in and hit that Adam's apple. So you can go from here straight in. So once you drop down, instead of going out to the side like this, here you can go straight on and hit the Adam's apple. And that'll get them to cough and choke, right? And once again, what does that do? It's a diversion, right? I'm not going to be chasing that. I'm not going to be worried about grabbing you, right? I'm going to be choking, trying to catch my wind after you've hit me in the throat. So, okay. So that's the chokehold. We don't want to do spread block on chokehold. Because if you think about the pressure of those thumbs going into your neck, and then you're trying to pull it apart, it's going to hurt your neck pretty bad, all right? So on the choke, the only option is to come down. So you're going to come down. Step back into a good stance. Yep. Boom. Okay. All right. So now if it's like a shoulder grab, like a dual shoulder grab, I like to call this the Frankenstein, right? Right. Frankenstein. From here, this is where we do the spread block, like in Chirchang, right? Spread block, reach up, grab the head, and then pull it right into the knee. Now, Mrs. Patel, to protect Vrishali from going all crazy on you, once your hands come apart, I want you to place your hands right straight down in front of you. So once she kind of pushes your hands apart, you're going to put them straight down like this, because she's going to grab the side of your head and kind of push down, and then she's just going to basically put her knee into your hand. That protects you, because Vrishali kind of gets a little wild when she does these. And, you know, sometimes she might accidentally bop you in the nose, and I don't want blood and all of that. So, so you want to make sure, yeah, just so that she doesn't lose control, go ahead and place your hands on there, and that way she hits there and you're safe. There you go. Yep, that's the motion. So, Mr. Fratelli, I would practice both ways on those two. Striking with right hand, striking with left hand as well. Get used to striking, because you know what happens if you have an injured right hand or something, right? You got to be able to use the left, right? Get used to using left knee when you're always using right, because your right leg's dominant, right? So go ahead and practice those things on both ways. So, okay. All right, Miss Sabina, remember that third one? All right. Third one, we step just like we did with the first one, right? Left foot steps across. All right, we step across, we bring it over, and then we step again, 2. There you go. All right, so the left foot moves 2 times, right? 1, 2. You're gonna spin on your right foot. No, watch. So when you do that first step, I'm going to go this way, right? And then the second step, you should be stepping toward the left side of your computer, toward the computer. You got to step. You didn't step with your left leg. Yeah, you should be in a front stance. You should be in a front stance this way with the arms down. Okay, try it again, Miss Sabina. So step, and then bring that left foot. Yeah. So 1, bring that left foot all the way around. Don't move your right foot. Why'd you move your right foot? Right foot stays still. Left foot moves, and then left foot again. There you go. Okay. Practice that footwork, please. Practice that footwork. Get those down. That was pretty good, ma'am. Yeah, there you go. You want to step back though when you do that? Step back. That way you got a good base to get that knee up. Drive that hip. So you'll step back, 1, reach, there you go. Use your back leg, use the leg that's in the back. Right? That creates that leverage. And so when you break apart, instead of pulling down, ma'am, just pull across. Right? Just straight across. That way your hands are already up there right by your head. There you go. And then reach for your ears, pull your head down, drive that knee up. There you go, ma'am. Perfect. Excellent. Good. All right. So, Miss Rochelle, you okay with those 2? Okay. All right, Miss Sabina, you okay with that step on those first 3? Okay. All right. So, the next one that we're going to do is, Isaiah, come here. All right. So, this one is the inappropriate hand trying to go down where it's not supposed to. We do in our instance, we're going to just do belt grab basically. So you're grabbing the belt, right? But in real life, it's just someone trying to inappropriately get to a wrong area. Okay. So the first thing that should happen once they get hand down there, we need to stop the hand from going down. So we have to secure the hand with both of our hands so it does not go down any further. Okay. So now, depending on which hand they're attacking with, okay, what you have to do is when you're looking at them, you're going to step to the side that the elbow is facing. So, or you're going to step to the side that the hand is attacking. So Isaiah's attacking with his right hand. I'm going to step to my right side first. So when I do this, I'm going to step to the left, right? And what that does is it kind of bends his elbow or bends his wrist, and his elbow starts to move to that side, okay? And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock to the other side. So I'm not going to move my feet. I'm just going to rock to the other side. When I do that, I'm going to slide my left hand up behind his elbow, and I'm going to push down. And then from here, I'm going to raise up a knee, or I'm going to raise up a kick to his head. Okay? So what happens, this is a very quick movement, and I don't want you to do it quickly because I don't want you to get hurt, right? But what we're going to do is he grabs, I stop, 1, 2, right? And what we do is when we come to the opposite side, we pop the wrist, or excuse me, pop the elbow, okay? Your first movement here, this pops the wrist. When you step this way, you see how I kind of turn my hip a little bit? I pop the wrist, and then I pop the elbow by turning to the other side. So I'm not using my hand, I'm actually using my forearm. Yeah, this way, yeah. Pop, and then going with a knee strike or a kick, okay? So Miss Sabina, right here, you and I are a mirror. So from here, I'm grabbing here, so you're gonna step this way with the left leg, and then you're gonna pivot, slide the left hand down, yeah, there you go, and then 3. Okay. Okay, so it's step, pivot. Yeah, so Ms. Rochelle, make sure you, when you step, turn the hip into front stance and then pivot into a front stance to the other side. That's what gives you that power to be able to put the pressure and break the, yeah, there you go, right? The more we can, ladies, the more we can utilize our hips, right, the stronger your technique is going to be. Rotating, being able to turn those hips and then kind of push the shoulder into that, you're going to do a lot of damage to that elbow and that wrist, all right? And that'll teach that person not to touch you inappropriately, all right? Okay, go ahead and try that again, Miss Sabina. There you go. Now you got it. Good. So this is good, ladies, for someone that's really strong, really big. Okay? If you've got someone that's kind of smaller in stature, right, you've got another option that you can do. Right, Isaiah, come here. All right? So from here, this is what we call the, what I like to call the claw. Okay? So when he grabs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of come up underneath with my right hand, because he's grabbing with his right arm. I want to come up underneath his palm. And I want to kind of place my thumb. I want to try to place my thumb over here where the connection to the thumb and the index finger, way back here by the wrist. Okay? So I want to come there. And then basically what I want to do from here, once I'm here, is I'm going to twist the hand and then place my other hand behind his elbow. There you go. Now, as you do this, though, you do have to step back, right? So we're going to step back with our right leg as I do this. So here, I'm going to grab, step back here. All right, like, and then I can do a kick. Okay? So once again, the claw, pull it across, step back. So once you rotate, here's the other thing. Okay? Real close view of this. So here, once I grab here and I rotate and I put pressure here, now you're going to notice here, you see where my hand is here? Because this is where I was here, right? Now all I have to do to control him is to put pressure on the wrist, right? Here, on top of the elbow here, this, and then that'll force him down. So what we're doing is we're getting the hand to bend the wrong way, okay? So be gentle when you do this. There you go, yep. Okay. So yeah, so do the claw, you pull it over, there you go. And then you kind of push forward, yeah. Jeez, Ms. Verschali, so mean to your mom. I have this on video, you know. Yeah, parental abuse. So I would step back with your right leg there, Ms. Verschali, when she's grabbing with the right hand. And the reason for that is because it will get her off balance a little bit more too, because she's gonna fall towards you. You see? There you go. You're creating space, right? So from here, you step back, you're creating space. Okay. Now, if the left hand grabs, it'll be the opposite way. So now you got to use the other hand. Yep. Yeah. And the left side takes a little bit getting used to, right? If you're right hand dominant, right side feels fairly easy. Left hand takes a little bit more coordination. So go ahead and work on that. Work on those for a little bit. All right, Miss Sabina. Okay. So if I'm grabbing your belt, what are you going to do? What are the two? Yeah. Do. All right. I'm grabbing. What are you going to do? 1, 2. There you go. Okay. Okay. How about the other one? What are we doing with that right hand? Yeah. Come over, claw. No. Told you, right? You got to do your claw. 1, 2, and place down. Remember, you got to step back with your right leg. 2. So 1, 2. All right. And then boom. Kick. Okay. Try that again. All right. I'm grabbing. You got to do the claw, rotate, step back. No, you didn't step back very good. You have to step back, right? You have to go from here to here. You see how I step back? You're stepping to the side, Miss Sabina. Step back. What are you looking at? So you got to turn and step back. Did you step back? Step back with your right leg. You didn't turn the hand over though. You got to turn the hand over and step back and then kick. All right, Miss Sabina, those are the 5 you're going to work on, okay? You're having a hard time focusing and getting the footwork down. You got to get that footwork down. So work on those 5, please. All right, so Ms. Rochelle, now this option here we can also do for the shirt grab or right? Someone grabs a hold of your shirt here. Do the exact same thing. You can do the rock and roll, right? Stepping to the side. So step to your left and then to your right. Yeah, and then you can do the kick there. You can also do the claw grab. There you go. Yep. I mean, in real life, you could like block it out. You can just block it away. But think about this, right? From a modesty standpoint, right? They've got a hold of your blouse. They got a hold of your shirt, right? If we're modest, we don't want to expose, right? We can protect and still do damage by doing those the rock and roll movement or the claw movement, right? To protect, to get them to let go, right? But once again, too, right? If it's a dangerous situation and you have no choice, right? Okay, I'd rather be naked than dead. So if I need to, I'll do this and try to get a release and an escape there. So, right? But if you can, yeah, if you can try to get to, these movements here, that'll certainly help, right? So, okay. So yeah, it's the same thing. So belt grab and shirt grab are done the exact same way. There you go. There you go, Sabina. Good. Yep, nice. Now you're getting it. I know it's hard, right? You're trying to do this by memory. There's no one there to kind of grab you and stuff like that. It makes it a little hard. So, okay. Claw, rotate, step, and then kick. Okay. So when you claw, you got to turn it over, right? You got to turn. There. And then the other hand comes down. Okay. So once you turn like this, okay, you have to push. So once I turn, you have to push. Come here, Hamin. Okay. So watch. Okay. Grab this in. Okay. So from here, I do the claw. I turn. You see how his palm is up now? And then I'm going to push. Okay. So I'm going to turn. And then I'm going to push. Okay. Because then when I push, what happens is this. You see how his arm is like this? This hurts. All right. And the more I push, the more pressure I put on. Okay. So you want to turn. So basically when you claw, now it's up. All right. And then I push forward. Push forward. Okay. So come up. Okay. And then I push forward like this. Yeah. Okay. So then what that does is now my hand is like this. And now you're pushing my fingers toward my elbow, my wrist toward my elbow. That's what you're doing. Okay. So one, you claw, and then you push. Okay. Does that make sense, Ms. Sabina? Okay. And like I said, I know it's hard. No one's there to help you. So, all right. Maybe your dog will help you. All right. Try it on your dog. See how your dog reacts. All right. All right. Okay, so let's do another one. So similar to the handshake. Okay. Mr. Bean, you can stay on those 5 that we just worked on. So similar to the handshake. Isaac, come here. All right. So let's say instead of grabbing the hand for a handshake, they actually grab the wrist. Like a wrist grab. Okay. So now with the wrist grab, what you're going to do is when they grab the wrist, you're going to open up the hand. Okay. Yeah, you're going to basically turn to the elbow side and then come straight down. All right. So what you're trying to do is basically hold tight. Okay. You see how I got his elbow bent here? I want to try to get as close to the wrist and with the blade in my hand as possible and then push straight down. Okay. All right. So from here, as I do this, I'm going to step to the side and then here. Okay. So what I did was basically I stepped to the left because I'm bringing my hand to the left and come down. There you go. Yep. There you go. Good. Okay. Now, if you're quick to the reaction, they never get a grip. So here, come here, Isaiah. So if I'm attacking Isaiah, right? If he knows how to react quickly when I grab, he can get a release really quick. But what happens here? See, he has no way to be able to get this wrist up at all, right? So this is where you have to create that diversion, right? Create that diversion. Now you can do the diversion a couple of ways, right? Straight little kick, right? Kick to the shin, right? Ow, right? And then the hand will loosen up, the grip will loosen up, and then you can get that release, right? You can also do that claw grip. So from here, when he grabs, I can do the claw grip, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up basically where he's gripping here. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to come this way, right, over the thumb, and I'm going to pull the thumb over this way. Yeah. So I'm trying to basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to roll his hand by pulling it back this way. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah. So the way your mom, yep, there you go. So, yeah. So from that view there, Rochelle, use that left hand. Use your middle finger and your ring finger and kind of get that underneath the pad of his thumb here. And then with your thumb, kind of dig into that soft spot between the index finger and your thumb, and then kind of rip and open this way. And then pull it all the way across, and then slide your right hand. No, not underneath the elbow, just on the hand, this way. There you go, boom. And then basically when you turn and twist, you'll snap the elbow. You might also snap the shoulder out of place. Okay? So tuck, pull the thumb apart. There you go. And then, yeah. So when you pull apart, you want to kind of roll the other hand alongside of it. So that way you keep connected. There you go. Okay? So he's grabbing. I come up underneath. I hear, and I just kind of keep the connection there instead of letting my hands separate. Okay? Pull back on the thumb. There you go. Yep. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you want to make sure that you don't separate. Keep connection. Keep the hand touching his hand or the assailant's hand. Just yank, kind of wrench it back and then twist. Yep, there you go. Okay. Now you can get it to here, or you can pull it out and really pop it and do damage, right? So they're close to her, or you can kind of pull away. Yeah, you can pull to your left a little bit more, and you see, there you go. And then from there, now you got a kick, right? You can take the kick, boom. Okay, or you can pull this way and then sweep the leg with the left foot, right? As she's falling to her back. You're going to use your left leg. You wouldn't use your right leg there. You use your left leg. As you're pulling to your left, you would do this. Your other left leg. Yes. Remember the takedown where we pull back and we do this? Yeah, it's the same motion. So we're twisting the hand because we got both hands out this way, and then we're sweeping that leg. Yeah. No, with the left leg. That motion, yeah. You'll get it. You'll get it. You're just right leg dominant. So tell mom to attack with left hand, and then you'll do it correctly. You just want to make sure, don't let it get too far behind her. We want it out away from her. So Isaiah, come here. Okay. So from here, I'm going to do it straight on. So when he grabs and I do this pull and turn, you see, I don't want to be right here next to him. I actually want to be out here. You see, that's what controls that movement. You see how he followed, right? So the further out I can go here, this way, now I can trip him with that left leg. Okay. There you go. Yeah, see, mom, yeah, see, mom's gonna follow now because she does, that's uncomfortable. All right. You have all the control at that point there. Right? And they're going away, right? They're not going forward. It's different if they're going forward, right? If they're going this way, right? It's easy to trip them. All you gotta do is stick your leg out. You don't have to really do anything. Okay. All right. All right, ladies, any questions? Yes, Miss Sabina.
Where exactly is the place that you like put your hand, you put your finger?
The thumb?
Yeah.
Where the thumb bone and the pointing finger bone connect way by the wrist. You're going to stick it right in there. Okay? So you'll squeeze right into this area here. Okay? It's called a pressure point. All right. So great job, ladies. So hopefully that helps. A little more detail, doing it slow and so forth. It does take a lot of practice, though. That's the other thing, right? If you wait till next week to try to practice these again, you're going to forget. You're going to forget everything that we went through, all right? So it's important, just like anything else, when you're learning something new, or you're trying to pick up on details, take time to practice, okay? Make a little bit of time to practice. So, all right, from here, Charit and Kyungna. Have a great evening, ladies. All right, great job, okay? We will see you tomorrow. Bye.